Hello, people. Today we will be learning about operators. So far, we studied various type of data types. So we are ready to apply some operations on this data now for further results. So in this lecture, we will cover three type of operators, mainly arithmetic operators, relational operators, and assignment operators. So let's get started. The first one on the list is arithmetic operators, the usual addition, subtraction, multiplication, guys. So let's start. So the first one is addition. If we see two numbers and one is 4 and 2 is 3, we can just add them up n1 plus n2 and we can get the result. Similarly, with subtraction, we can just do n1 minus n2. We can get the results. For multiplication, and as in many of the languages, we have cross symbol, the x. We have to have the star here in this Python. So we have to say 4 star 3 to get the multiplication of these two numbers and we get 12. Similarly, with division, we have the slash symbol. We can say 10 by 5 and we can get this value 2.0. You might be wondering why 2.0. A great observation if you have made that. So if you are talking about division, you can get some values after the decimal also. Like if you divide 11 by 5, you might not get a perfect integer, you will get 2.2. So here you have a number after the decimal also. So that's a float thing. So by default, it gives a float number after division. And the float is a default data type for Python for numbers. This is a very good point to be noted. So when we talk about modulus, when you talk about dividing a number by another number, you might also see some remainders. And if the number divides the other number completely, you see the remainder as 0. What if you want to capture that? That's also a possibility. So if you take n1 is equal to 11, n2 is equal to 5, and you say 11 modulus 5, so you should get a remainder of 1. And that's what you can get with this modulus symbol, n1 modulus n2. Similarly, there is an interesting thing that comes up in the mind then. When you divide a number by another number, and the question is having a decimal having a number after the decimal also, and I just want this integer part of it, what should I do? I should do integer division, and that's pretty simple. You can just use double slash. So if I say n1 double slash n2, I'll just get the integer part of this very quotient, which is just 2. So if I say 13 divided by 5, it will give me 2.6. But if I say 13 double slash 5, it will give me just the integer part of it, that is 2. Now, you might also be interested in doing some raised to the power. So you can say 2 raised to the power 2, 2 raised to the power 5, 5 raised to the power 2. So for raised to the power, we have the cap symbol in many of the languages, but in Python we have double star. So that's basically exponentiation in technical words. But if you want a layman ideology, it's raised to the power. So if n1 is 4, n2 is 5, and I say n1 star star n2, it gives me 4 raised to the power 5, which is 1024. So this is how it is. It's pretty simple. These were the arithmetic operators. Now we'll be moving towards relational operators. So what are relational operators? The operators that helps to relate things, that helps to compare things. So if you can probably see n1 is 4, n2 is 3. I want to compare n1 with n2. I want to check if n1 is equal to n2 or not. So for equality, we have this operator called equal equal. So it is checking n1 is equal to n2 or not. And since they are not equal, it is giving me false. There is another operator called not equal. So that is exclamation equal. So it is checking if n1 is not equal to n2. And that's correct because 4 is not equal to 3. It's returning a true to me. There's something called greater than operator. It is checking n1 is greater than n2 or not, and that's true, so it is giving me a true. Similarly, it is checking n1 is less than n2 or not, and since 4 is not less than 3, it is giving me a false. Similarly, there are two more operators, greater than and less than. We can surely do this. N1 greater than equal to N2. It is giving me a true. 4 is greater than equal to 3. And N1 less than equal to N2. And it is a false because 4 is not less than equal to 3. So these are some simple relational operators that you can do in your daily life with your automations. Moving forward, there are something called assignment operators. We have used one so commonly in every lecture that we have studied. The one is equal sign. This is basically where we assign things. We say, let us make a variable n1 and let us assign 1 to it. That means let us put this value 1 in this, and let's visualize it. It is 1. So what actually happens is, in general life, we say that let's assign n1 by 2. And now you feel, no, I want to add 1 to it. So what do? You add 1 to n1 and then reassign n1 with this. Can we shorten this step? Yes, we can. We can just write this with n1 plus equal 1. So this n1 is equal to 2, you assigned first, and then you said add 1 to this n1 and reassign n1 by this. You can do this in one step by saying n1 plus equal to 1. So this and this will give you the same result. So just to squeeze this step, we can use n1 plus equal 1. And similarly, we have certain operators like minus equal. So let's understand this one. N1 is equal to 2. And then I say I want to subtract 1 from it and reassign N1. So I say N1 is equal to N1 minus 1. And then evaluate the value of N1 and we get 1. We can shorten the step by saying N1 minus equal 1. Okay. Similarly, we can say star equal, multiply equal, and similar to that, n1 is 2. We say n1 is equal to n1 star 2. So we want to multiply 2 with it and reassign. We can just shorten this by n1 star equal to. Similarly, with division, we can say divide equal to, and like modulus we have studied before, we can do that. N1 is equal to 3. We say first divide this by 2 and whatever remainder you get, reassign n1 by that. So n1 is equal to 3, n1 is equal to n1 modulus 2. So this is a bigger step. Can we squeeze it? Yes. Modulus equal to 2. And similarly, we can do with the float division that we have, integer division that we have talked about previously, double slash equal to, and similarly with the exponentiation. If I say n1 is equal to 5 and I say that I want to raise this 5 by 2 and then reassign to n1, I can say n1 is equal to 5, n1 is equal to 5 raised to the power 2, and then that is 25. But I can squeeze it by saying n1 is equal to 5, n1 star star equal to 2, that is 25. So that's pretty much easy, some of the operators that we generally use in our life. This was pretty fundamental but very important for creating very automated applications like calculators for simple interest, compound interest, and many financial applications. Not just this, but in many other fields you can create pretty automated functions, and these sort of operators come handy there. So with this, I will be ending up the lecture today, and in the next video coming forward, there are some more operators coming in line. So stay tuned for more and do not forget to like, subscribe, and share.